Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're making something incredibly special and delicious, tempe. This traditional Indonesian delicacy dates back to the 16th century and is a powerhouse of plant-based protein. When I first moved to the States, I missed tempeh so much, but I was shocked at how expensive it was. A single piece could cost $3, so I figured, why not just make it myself? And that's exactly what we're going to do today. I'm going to walk you through the whole process, and while it takes a few days, I promise it's totally worth it. You only need 3 simple ingredients: soybeans, tempeh yeast, and water. Don't worry about finding the yeast. I have a link for it down in the description box along with the recipe. First, let's start by rinsing our soybeans. I like to wash mine 3 times under cold tap water. Since we're in New York, our tap water is great, but if you're not sure about your local water quality, feel free to use filtered water. After rinsing, we're going to put the beans in a pot, cover them with water, and bring them to a boil. This is just our first boil. As soon as you see the bubbles start to show, turn off the heat and just let the beans sit in the pot until they cool down. This helps them get nice and soft. You see some scum on top? I like to scoop that out. For me, this took about 2 hours to cool. Once the beans are cool enough to handle, it's time for the first round of peeling. This part is surprisingly therapeutic. Just wrap the soybeans between your hands and gently press to loosen the skins. Don't stress about getting every single one off right now. We'll have more chances later. When you're done with the first peel, cover the pot and let the beans soak overnight on the counter. A minimum of 8 hours is perfect. After they've soaked overnight, the beans should be much softer and split easily into 2. At this point, they also start to smell amazing. Drain the water and give the beans another peel. I really find this part satisfying. It's so easy to just go crazy with it. Now, let's give the beans one more rinse and bring them to a boil again. This time over medium heat for about 45 minutes. This is to ensure that they are fully cooked and tender. After 45 minutes, drain the water and you can give them another quick rinse with cool water to help bring the temperature down and get rid of any remaining skins. Now we need to let the beans cool down and dry a bit. Strain them and then spread them out on a clean surface. We want them to be just a little bit damp, not wet. I like to use a paper towel to help pat them dry. Once they're completely cool, it's time to add the yeast. For 500 grams of soybeans, we use about 1/4 teaspoon of tempeh yeast. Make sure to mix it thoroughly so every single bean is coated. Now for the final step, placing our yeasted soybeans into molds. Again, please make sure your containers are super clean to prevent any unwanted bacteria. I'm making 2 different variations today, a thick tempeh and a thin tempeh. If you want a thinner one, just spread a thin layer in your container. For a thicker block, just compress it more. There are so many ways to cook tempeh. My favorite is tempe orek, or basically just braising it in a very delicious soy sauce. Now we ferment. Tempeh needs a warm environment to grow. Since it's getting cold here in New York, I'm going to put mine in the oven, or you could also use a closet. Fermentation can take anywhere from 36 to 48 hours. Don't get discouraged if you don't see much happening right away. Here's what mine looks like at 12 hours. I know. And at 24 hours, still nothing. But then, at 36 hours, it has already started to feel warm and looked great. I like a sturdier tempeh for better storage, so I let mine go for a full 48 hours. Of course, it's quicker to ferment in a warmer temperature, probably around 24 to 36 hours. And voila, we have perfect delicious tempeh here. Tempeh stores really well in the fridge. It can last for weeks. This is such a great way to add more protein to your meals. The recipe and all the links are down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you are trying to make this yourself. Let me know in the comments if you do and what your favorite tempeh dish is. See you next time!